You know that feeling when you step into an old house. The creaky floors, the faint smell of wood polish, and those little details you don't see anymore. For baby boomers and Gen X, they were just part of life. But for millennials, these home features are like relics from another world today. We're taking a warm trip back in time. Let's look at 10 old school home features millennials have probably never seen, but boomers remember like it was yesterday. -1. The milk chute, fresh milk. No doorbell. Once upon a time, the milkman didn't leave your milk on the porch. He slid it right into a little door on the side of your house, the milk chute. From inside, you'd open your own tiny door and find fresh, cold bottles waiting. But when refrigerators got bigger and home milk delivery faded in the 60s, these charming little doors disappeared. Many were sealed shut or hidden behind drywall. If you ever spot one, you're looking at a sweet reminder of neighborly times. 2. Built-in ironing boards, always ready to go. In older homes, ironing wasn't a chore, it was a daily ritual. And to make life easier, many houses came with built-in ironing boards. You'd open what looked like a cabinet door, and out folded a full ironing board. No dragging one from the closet. But as wrinkle-free fabrics became popular and steamers took over, these fixtures slowly vanished. Still, finding one in an old house feels like discovering a secret from the past. 3. Telephone nooks, the family hotline before cell phones. Every house had one phone and it usually lived in its own little nook. These built-in shelves or cubbies often had a seat nearby, where people sat for long conversations or scribbled notes on a pad. By the 80s, cordless phones and answering machines made them obsolete. But those cozy little corners remind us of a time when the whole family shared one line and waited their turn to talk. -4. Glass doorknobs, little sparkling jewels. Walk into a house from the 1920s or 30s, and you might see crystal clear doorknobs catching the sunlight like little gems. Back then, glass was a cheaper alternative to brass, but it turned out to be beautiful. 2. Metal knobs replaced them in the 50s, but vintage lovers still treasure these sparkling pieces of history. They're delicate, elegant, and make any door feel special. -5. Pink tile bathrooms, pretty in pink. In the 1950s, bathrooms weren't just functional, they were fashionable. Inspired by First Lady Mamie Eisenhower's love of pink, homeowners filled their bathrooms with pink tiles, pink tubs, and even pink sinks. But as styles shifted to muted colors in the 80s, most of these cheerful bathrooms were remodeled. Today, an untouched pink bathroom feels like stepping into a time capsule, and for some, it's pure nostalgia. -6. Transom windows, nature's air conditioner. Look above the doors in older homes, and you might see a small window with a hinge. These were transom windows. They let breezes flow through the house, even with doors closed. They were perfect in the days before air conditioning. But once central air took over, transoms were sealed or removed. Still, there's something charming about their quiet, practical beauty. -7. Sunken living rooms, the conversation pit. In the 60s and 70s, homeowners loved a good conversation pit. You'd step down into a cozy space surrounded by low, cushy seating, perfect for parties or just lounging around. But over time, people worried about safety and stubbed toes. Builders stopped including them. These days, finding a sunken living room feels like uncovering a bit of groovy. Retro magic, -8 laundry chutes. Chores made fun. Laundry chutes weren't just practical, they were fun. Especially for kids. Toss your dirty clothes down a little door in the hallway, and they'd land straight in the basement or laundry room. But building codes and fire safety concerns led to their decline. For those who grew up with them, they're remembered as both a time saver and a secret tunnel for toy cars and sibling pranks. -9 radiator niches. The heartbeat of old homes before forced air heating. Homes stayed warm thanks to big cast iron radiators. Some were set into decorative niches with grates and covers, blending function with beauty. They hissed and clanked, filling rooms with steady warmth. As modern heating arrived, radiators vanished, but many old homes still hold onto these charming pieces, and some folks even keep them for the cozy nostalgia. Pass-through windows, dinner is served. These little cutouts between the kitchen and dining room weren't just handy, they were part of family life. Mom could pass a steaming dish straight through without carrying it around. Open floor plans eventually made them unnecessary. But these quirky windows remind us of a time when kitchens and dining rooms were separate worlds, yet still connected. It's funny how these little home features, milk chutes, glass doorknobs, sunken living rooms, were once so common, but now feel like treasures from a different time. Which one do you remember? Or have you spotted one in an old house? Tell us in the comments. And if you loved this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for more forgotten pieces of the past.